Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sadashivasamarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. We are in the 83rd day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the verse number is 41. So in this we have long commentaries in many verses today we are going to see. But we are going to see only a brief part of the commentary because we want to keep with the flow of the Bhagavad Gita verses. Later on, in some separate episodes, the long commentaries may be taken up separately. Om Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Shudranam Cha Parantapa Karmani Pravibhaktani Swabhava Prabhavair Gunaihi. So the commentaries of this part are providing the essence of the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita. What is the essence of why is the Bhagavad Gita being told? It is a Veda Artha, the Gita Shastra Artha. Brahmana, the one who has realized the Brahman or who is working on the path of the realization of the Brahman. Kshatriya, the one who protects everybody in this earth, in their kingdom. Kshatriya. Visham, the one who has entered into this world and working in the world of matter, trading, farming, agriculture, animal husbandry, and all those activities. Shudranam, the one who is helping the other three members of the communities. Chaparantapa. Karmani pravibhaktani, prakarshena vibhakta. Their actions are separated. How are they separated? Swabhava prabhavaihi gunaihi. The gunas, the qualities that emerge from them out of their swabhava. Sushtu, one's own bhava, or that which is their very own nature. Because of those qualities, the activities that they engage in have been separated. Brahmanaha cha kshatriyaha cha vishaha cha brahmana kshatriya vishaha. Tesham brahmana kshatriya visham shudranam cha shudranam asmakasa asamasa karanam. It is not mentioned along with the group of brahmana kshatriya visha. Separately, why is it so? Eka jatitve sati Vede anadhikarat he parantapa karmani pravibhaktani itara vibhagena vyavasthapitani. The three groups have the adhikara or the role, they have the responsibility to study the Vedas and implement the works, the actions mentioned by the Vedas, and so they are grouped together. Kena swabhava prabhavaihi gunaihi swabhava ishwarasya prakrutihi trigunatmika maya सा प्रभवः येषां गुणानां ते स्वभाव प्रभवाः तैः शमादीनि कर्माणि प्रविभक्तानि ब्राह्मणादीनां. So swabhava of Ishvara, the quality of Ishvara is Trigunatmika Maya Prakriti, Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna. Athava Brahmana Swabhavasya Sattva Gunaha Prabhavaha Karanam Tatha Kshatriya Swabhavasya Sattva Upasarjanam Rajaha Prabhavaha Vaishya Swabhavaha Tama Upasarjanam Rajaha Prabhavaha शूद्र स्वभावस्य च रज उपसर्जनम तमः प्रभवः प्रशांत ऐश्वर्य ईहा मूढ़ स्वभाव दर्शनात् चतुर्णाम. So here the qualities of sattva guna is predominant, rajo guna is following sattva guna, the brahmanas, the kshatriyas, the rajo guna is predominant and sattva guna follows the rajo guna. The Vaishya is the Rajoguna is predominant and Tamoguna follows the Rajoguna and then the Sattwaguna, and the Shudra is Tamoguna is predominant and Rajoguna follows the Tamoguna and Sattwaguna is lesser in quality. So these are the four gunas which decide what kind of work they do. Athava Janmantara Krita Samskaraha Praninam वर्तमान जन्मनि स्वकार्य अभिमुखत्वेन अभिव्यक्तः स्वभावः सप्रभवः येषां गुणानां ते स्वभाव प्रभवा गुणाः. So I am not going to go into this commentary in detail because it takes a lot of clarity of understanding and a lot of patience to understand what Bhagavan Shri Krishna is saying here, what the Bhagavad Gita is saying, Bhagavan Veda Vyasa is saying, and what Bhagavan Adi Sankaracharya is explaining here. So we will continue with the next verse. But basically the understanding is there are four qualities of people which are grouped under the classification like taxonomy in animals, in plants, which we have Dewey's classical decimal classification in library science. So many different group classifications are there. In the same way, human beings also are classified into four groups, basically with the three gunas, the sattva guna, rajo guna and tamo guna. Which guna is predominant and which guna follows, that decides the classification. Kani punaha tani karmani iti uchyante. So what are the actions that the brahmanas will do, the kshatriyas will do, the vaishyas will do and the shudras will do? Very interesting. It is not referring to any action outside, but it is referring to the qualities that we will cultivate in our life. The 42nd verse. Shamo damastapash shaucham kshantirarjavameva cha jnanam vijnanamastikhyam brahma karma swabhavajam. Shamaha. Shama means calmness of mind. Damaha, control of the sense organs. Tapaha, austerity, a life of austerity. Shaucham, a life of cleanliness and purity, outside cleanliness and cleanliness within also. Kshantihi, patience, forbearance. Arjavam, straightforwardness of intellect. The thought, there is purity in the intellect and in the action also. Arjavam evacha, all these qualities. Jnanam vijnanam astikyam. Jnanam is knowledge. Vijnanam is application of that knowledge in our day-to-day life. Astikyam is believing, having faith in the words of the Vedas, in the words of the Upanishads. Astikyam. Brahma karma swabhavajam. These are the natural qualities of the Brahmana. Shamaha, damaha cha yatha vyakhyata arthau. It has already been spoken of earlier. Shama is control of the quietude of the mind. Shama is control of the senses. Tapaha also has been spoken about. Shariradi, tapas of the body, tapas of the mind and tapas of the speech. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat. All this has been spoken of earlier. We have studied in chapter 17, I think. Shaucham also has been said, the cleanliness of the outside world and the physical body and the cleanliness of the mind. Kshantihi, Kshama. Shanti is patience. Kshama. Arjavam. Rujita eva sa jnanam vignya cha eva cha jnanam vignya. Rujita eva. Straightforwardness. Jnanam vijnanam astikyam asti bhavaha. Asti iti bhavaha. Shraddadhanata. Agamartheshu brahma karma. Brahmana jatehe karma. Brahma karma swabhavajam. The natural qualities of the Brahmana will be all these. Swabhavajam. Natural quality means it is there with birth and it continues and it can be cultivated also. Yad uktam swabhava prabhavaihi gunaihi pravibhaktani iti tat eva uktam swabhavajam iti. Swabhava prabhavaihi gunaihi pravibhaktani. What is there in one's own nature that is being said? Swabhavajam iti. Swabhavajam, born out of one's own nature. The qualities of the Kshatriya, 43rd verse. Shauryam tejo dhritir dakshyam yuddhe chapyapalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatrakarma swabhavajam. Shauryam, shurasya bhavaha, valorous in quality. Tejaha, pragalbhyam, shining the light of one's own consciousness, one's own energy. Dhritihi, dharanam sarva avastatsu anavasadaha bhavati yaya dhritya uttambhitasya. Dhritihi is in any situation and any circumstance not leaving my own energy, shining that brightness and giving that support for myself and for others around me. That is Kshatriya Subhava, Uttambhitasya. Dakshyam, Dakshasya Bhavaha, being very skillful in our work, not being slipshod and lackadaisical, but very skillful, cultivating good skills. Bhavaha, Sahasa Pratyutpanneshu Karyeshu Avyamohena Pravrittihi, without any disturbance of mind, without any delusion of mind, being focused in the action that I do. Yuddhe cha api apalayanam aparang mukhi bhavaha shatrubhyaha. When in a battlefield, not running away from the battlefield, facing the enemies. It's a quality of a Kshatriya. Then the qualities of the Kshatriya continues. Danam deyeshu mukta hastata. When there is an object in my hand and I see the person who is there to receive it, my hand becomes free of that object. It gets transferred to the other person. This is the quality of a Kshatriya. Mukta hastata. My hand becomes free. Ishvara bhavaha. Cha ishvarasya bhavaha. Prabhu Shakti prakati karanam. Ishitavyan prati. On those who have to be ruled, I express my lordship, my leadership qualities. That is called a Kshatriya quality. Kshatra karma, Kshatra jatehe, vihitam karma, Kshatra karma swabhavajam. These are all the vihitam karma, means these are all the qualities that have to be that are applicable for Kshatriyas, which are prescribed for Kshatriyas. They may take it up. If they take it up, they will shine as a Kshatriya. Whether the Brahmana, the Kshatriya, the Vaishya and the Shudra, when they take up the qualities that are prescribed for them, they will shine in their respective fields. That is what is prescribed here. It is not defining people. It is not describing people. But when these qualities are taken up, they shine and there is a lot of peace of mind. And the feeling that I have done something that I really wish to do and want to do. There is nothing to fight here. Nothing is great, nothing is less. Bhagavad Gita does not talk about this is a great quality, this is a lesser quality. The one who takes up this work will be lesser in nature. The one who takes up this work will be greater in nature. Nothing of that sort. There are 4 different types of jobs and 4 different types of people who are qualified for those jobs. And if they take up these applications and they take up these qualities and cultivate these qualities, they will deliver their jobs well and everything is fine in this world. Kshatra karma kshatriya jatehe vihitam karma kshatra karma swabhavajam. The 44th verse. Krishi gauraksha vanijyam vaishya karma swabhavajam परिचर्यात्मकं कर्म शूद्रस्यापि स्वभावजम्. So all these four activities are presently happening in the world, and millions of people are discharging their duties in these four areas. So this is not something new that Bhagavan Shri Krishna is talking about. Krishi, Gauraksha, Vanijyam. Krishi is farming. Gauraksha is animal husbandry, taking care of animals, cattle and cows. Vanijyam is trade. Swabhavajam, very naturally, like fish to water, people can take up to these works. Vaishya karma. Vaishya karma is the activity of a Vaishya. Paricharyatmakam karma. For the other three groups of people, the Shudra, Syapi Swabhavajam karma. It is a natural work where they assist and help others. There is nothing menial about it. Still, even when a Brahmana is doing a yajna, he needs other people to assist him in the yajna. There are two people who are appointed to get up, go, bring that, bring this. So it is not a particular community or a caste. Brahmana, whenever I am assisting somebody, I am a Shudra. Whenever I am engaging in trade and commerce and business and trying to find out how I can acquire wealth, I am a Vaishya. Whenever I am protecting people around me, I am protecting something that I have created. I am like a Kshetrapala, I am functioning, I am cleaning up the place, I am nurturing the place, I am establishing beauty and harmony in a place. I am a Kshatriya. And whenever I take up the Shastras and I study the Shastras, I focus on the essence of the Shastras, and when I teach Adhyayanam, Adhyapanam, Danam, Parigraham, and Yajnam, Yajanam, Yajanam. When I do all these activities, Adhyayanam, when I study the Shastras, when I teach others, when I take money from others, Parigraham, Danam, when I give to others, and then Yajanam, when I offer in praise, in karma, when I do yajna, and yajanam, when I help others to do yajnas, then I am a Brahmana. Krishi gauraksha vanijyam, krishihi cha gauraksham cha vanijyam cha, krishi gauraksha vanijyam, krishihi bhumehe vilekanam. Krishi is karshanam, like creating, plowing the soil. Gauraksham, ga rakshati iti gorakshaha, protecting cows. Tad bhavaha gauraksham, pashupalyam, vanijyam, vanik karma. There is business and trade. Kriya vikrayadi lakshanam. Kriya is acquiring and then selling. Vaishya karma, vaishya jatehe karma, vaishya karma swabhavajam. Paricharyatmakam, shushrusha swabhavam. The quality of helping others. Karma, shudrasyapi swabhavajam. Avatarika, etesham jati vihitanam karmanam samyag anushtitanam swarga praptihi phalam swabhavataha. So when I focus on these works, any of these works which comes naturally to me, then by doing that work I attain purification of mind, and that will take me to the path of Swarga. So if I want to go to Swarga, I should do the right. If I want to go to Delhi, I should take the plane ticket, train ticket, or whatever ticket that takes me to Delhi. If I want to go to Delhi and I'm attending parties and doing something else, I will not go to Delhi. In the same way, if I want to go to Swarga, I should do any of these works that come naturally to me according to what is it that's happening in my family and my surroundings. Some of these qualities, either sattva guna, either rajoguna or tamoguna, will be natural to me. When I take up those qualities, when I identify that quality and I take up that work, then that work will free me and my mind will become in a very happy space, and that will take me to Swarga when I drop the body. This is the logic. This is the roadmap to goodness in life, roadmap to happiness in life, roadmap to enjoying life. Otherwise, we can end up arguing, fighting, and this is that, that is that. You're talking great about this person, you're bringing this person down. All that is for the people who want to argue and increase their YouTube ratings and Facebook likes and Instagram. The how many people have seen my posts? It is all for them. But if you are interested in how to organize your life in a beautiful manner where you move from strength to strength, the path is shown by the Bhagavad Gita. 45th verse. Sve sve karmanyabhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tachrunu. Sve sve karmani abhirataha. When every individual is the main thing that happens when you focus on the qualities, that you assess what quality you have and what is the action that you are doing, what you want to cultivate in your life, and what is the action you are focusing on, your days will be very, very calm. I am experiencing that so many. I myself am wondering, there are many days when I have spent as a journalist or even as a Brahmacharini with a lot of anxiety, with a lot of excitement, and so much of work that gets flooding, coming to us. And what to do? This has to be done, that has to be done. Or, how can I do it? How can I generate the resources? All the work that we do is born out of some kind of an idea that we have, some kind of a belief that we have in our mind, which are not based on sattva guna, which are not based on solid understanding or solid logic. And so we take up a lot of work, and there is a lot of excitement, there is a lot of suffering, there is a lot of pain. But slowly, when you're able to identify your gunas, and when you're able to start doing the work that is resting on those gunas that you really have, and bring out those qualities in the world through the workload becomes very less. The anxiety, stress, and the cortisol generating hormones are all gone. And throughout the day, you are able to be so calm, you're able to be so quiet, you're doing the right thing in the world. There is no feeling of guilt, there is no feeling of shame. You do the right action, you are able to be a nimitta matram for whatever needs to be done in the world. You are available, you are being there, doing that, and every day passes by like as if you're taking an ice cream. That kind of a joy is there every moment of the day. That is what happens. Nothing great can happen. You will not get a lot of money because you are following this. You will not get a lot of friends and followers because you are following this. What you will get is every day after day, the clarity in your life improves. Your outside situations also become very clear. People do not disturb you for the wrong reasons anymore. And your health is very good. Your mind is very peaceful. And your surroundings and situations begin to flower. People connect with you for the right reasons, and you are talking to people and communicating to people for the right purpose and the right reason at the right time in the right moment. Everything happens. You are in the flow with the universe and in tune with the universe. So that is the prescription of the Bhagavad Gita. Sve sve karmani abhirataha samsiddhim labhate naraha. Every human being, when they are engaged in their particular action, what they are doing, what a beautiful society that is. When it was the time of Sri Rama and the time of Sri Krishna, that is how basically Sri Rama or Rama Rajya. Sve sve karmani abhirataha. In the Ramayana, many places it's described. The beauty of Ayodhya is everybody is engaged in their own action. Even now, that is what we really love. Don't we love that? Do we want war? Do we want fighting? And do we want mixture of every day? Do we want all those things where, there are riots and there is a lot of confusion? We want everything to go well. So that is what is the prescription of the Bhagavad Gita. How everything can go well, how everything can be smooth, how a society can be organized, how a society can be very well cultured, and how life can go on smoothly in this world. And also the action that we do can take us to the path of freedom. We all look forward to Sundays. We all look forward to holidays. And how can we look forward to a good holiday when we have spent the rest of the 6 days working well and being very happy with the work that we have done, and we have discharged our duties, and there is nothing that is pending that we need to address on the day when we are taking a holiday. So this is as simple as that. This whole logic of swadharma and the karma that we need to do, and the qualities, the gunas, adhering to the qualities, and fulfilling our duties without identification of I am the doer of the action, and without identification of the results of the action. Swakarma nirataha siddhim yatha vindati tachrunu. So understand how a person who is engaged in doing their own actions, how they attain siddhi. And what is siddhi here? Quietude of mind, one-pointedness of mind, experience of happiness within. That is called siddhi. Tat shrunu. Otherwise, we might be doing actions, we might be doing great actions, we might be getting awards, we might be getting recognition, we might be thinking that we are doing great work in society. But if, how do I know that I've attained siddhi? Or how do I know I've attained peace of mind? If I spend time at my work throughout the day, and all aspects of my life, it is not only the office work. If my relationships are good and very smooth, and when I meet people around me, I'm able to communicate very well, they're able to understand what I say very well, and they also return with a lot of peace and harmony in their communication to me, then my relationship is in order. If my financial position is very comfortable, where what I need to spend and what I really wish to spend, I'm able to spend, and I'm able to receive that kind of a money, that kind of income, which is balancing my day-to-day requirements and also my commitments to society. If I'm able to do that, the financial situation also in my life will bring me calmness. And the relationships, the finance, and education. If I really want to educate myself on something, if I want to learn something, I'm able to pursue that, and I'm able to achieve calmness of my mind through what I'm learning, and what I'm helping others around me to learn, and helping others around me to grow in my life. Then in that area also there is calmness. Finance, education, then spiritual upliftment. If I want to really focus on my sadhana, if I want to focus on my purpose of life, goal of life, and I'm able to be very calm in pursuing my spiritual life also. So these are all the many areas of our life which will tell us where we are actually going wrong. If any of these spaces, my career, my job, on my job front also, am I happy doing what I'm doing? If I'm spending 8 hours on my job or more on my job also, at the end of it, am I left with an experience of peace in my heart, a job well done, a work well done? Then I am working on my swadharma, swakarma. That's what it is. Swakarma nirata siddhim yatha vindati tachrunu. Understand how siddhi of swakarma is attained. Sve sve yathokta lakshana bhede karmani abhirataha tat paras samsiddhim swakarma अनुष्ठानात् अशुद्धिक्षये सति कायेन्द्रियाणां ज्ञाननिष्ठ योग्यता लक्षणं लभते प्राप्नोति नरः अधिकृतः पुरुषः. The individual who is entitled to do these duties, and when he does those duties well, what happens? His mind gets purified. Ashuddhikshaya. What happens? Purification of mind happens. Ashuddhikshaya means I do not function with the fuel of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. All these things get nullified the more and more I focus on the right action that I need to do. This is where we may spend long hours of our life doing something for the sake of earning money and whatever it is that we are doing. But it may not give us purity of mind, because it may increase the identification we have as a doer of the action, and the identification for the results that we have. So even if you are working in some company or some corporate and you're going after targeting results, employing the Bhagavad Gita rule in your life on a day-to-day basis, if you spend 1 hour doing something which is of your own swabhava, of your own quality, whether it's a sattvika work or a rajasika work. Sattvika work means studying the Shastras and explaining the meanings of the Shastras, or praying and doing yajna, yajana, yajana. Rajasika work is protecting something around you, giving protection, taking care of something around you. And like whatever it may be, it can be an object, it can be a circumstance, or it can be a situation. And Tamasika work, Vaishya work, Brahmana work, Kshatriya work, or Vaishya work, engaging in trade and commerce, engaging in objects, preserving objects, taking care of objects, shining the light on them. This is Vaishya. And Shudra work is helping others with whatever they want to do. If we are able to do this for 1 hour every day, then that work will help in purifying our mind. The rest of the work that we do for the sake of salary and all that will not purify our mind. The goal of whatever the goal of that work, that only will come. If the goal of my work is to get money, to earn money to support the family, then I will get money. That's all. I will not get purification of mind. It can be a byproduct depending on what work we are doing. Kim swakarma anushtanata eva sakshat samsiddhihi na katham tarhi swakarma nirataha siddhim yatha yena prakarena vindati tachrunu. So if I do this swakarma itself, if I do all my kshatriya karma, vaishya karma, brahmana karma, shudra karma, will I get moksha? No. But it will lead me to the path of moksha. How is it possible? Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavam. Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam yataha yasmat pravrittihi utpattihi cheshtava yasmat antaryamina ishvarat bhutanam praninam syat ena ishvarena sarvam idam jagat tatam vyaptam. This Ishvara is present everywhere. What is Ishvara? Breath inside all the beings, breath inside the plant, inside the animal, the life force inside every being is Ishvara, and the air that surrounds in this world, that is Ishvara. Yataha yasmat pravrittihi utpattihi cheshtava yasmat antaryamina ishvarat prabhutam bhutanam praninam syat ena ishvarena sarvamidam jagat tatam vyaptam. Ishvara is present everywhere in this universe. Swakarmana purvoktena prativarnam tam ishvaram abhyarcha. So whether it is Brahmana or Kshatriya or Vaishya or Shudra, when I am doing action, for whose sake am I doing? I am doing for the sake of Ishvara. When I have this thought in my mind, the word itself, the work itself becomes puja. Pujayitva aradhya kevalam jnana nishtha yogyata lakshanam siddhi vindati manavaha manushyaha. So the human being, I will not say I am working for the sake of money, or I am working for the sake of my beloved loved ones, or I am working for my own sake. I am working for the sake of fulfilling my own passion. Not all these things. Why am I working? I am working for the sake of Ishvara. One thought which all of us have in mind, and when we do the work, then this whole world becomes yoga. Whether it is an individual or a community or a country, when everybody is working for that one cause called Ishvara, who is the one who is given us this life and who is sustaining this life, and at the end of the physical existence also, Ishvara continues. For that being, when I am working, then it becomes siddhi. I attain siddhi. Yata evam ata shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushthitat svabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham shreyan swadharmo vigunaha. What is my dharma? My own qualities of sattva, rajas or tamas, whatever I have, and I express those qualities into the world. And for whose sake I express for the sake of Ishvara, for the sake of life, for the sake of prana. Simple as that. The meaning is very simple, very beautiful. It does not involve any of the differences and the dissociative ideas that cause a lot of chaos in the society today. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha. I may be a painter, I may be an artist, and I draw beautiful art. I produce beautiful art. For whose sake? For the sake of Ishvara. For the sake of who is Ishvara? Life. There is life in a Christian, there is life in a Muslim, there is a life in a Hindu, there is life in a Jew, there is life in a Shinto, there is life in a person of any faith. There is life. And when I do work, for whose sake I'm doing, I'm serving life. Simple as that. All conflicts end here. Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha. So when I do work, when I am offering for life, even if I don't do it completely well, it is okay. Paradharmat su anushtitat. Paradharma means I am doing work for the sake of money. I am doing work for the sake of name. I am doing work for the sake of fame. I may do that work very well. I may get millions of likes on YouTube by doing for fame. I may do it very well and people may like me. But Swabhavan, it is not as Shreya. It is not great. What is Shreya? For example, what is Shreya for the mother? Not producing a reel. All the comedy reels in YouTube are all based on this only. A mother will be leaving her child to cry out of hunger, and she will be busy taking a reel and uploading a reel on YouTube. So this is what describes Swadharma and Paradharma. It's as simple as that. Swadharma for the mother who has the child in hand is to take care of the needs of the child. Paradharma is uploading a YouTube reel which will be seen by thousands of people, and thousands of people will benefit by it and likes and give their likes and shares, where this one child who nobody else, it is not in the custody of anybody else but the mother, that one child has to be fed and taken care of. So Shreyan, when we do what is Shreyas, here it is not saying do or not do. It is only saying Shreya, which is the best and which is not the best. Shreya, if I do what is the best, I will get the full results of that action. And tomorrow, by taking care of the child for that 1 minute today, the child will grow up into a very great human being. And today's science of neuro coupling and the neural disruption that happens, small instances in our life, in our day-to-day life, because of the lack of attention, because of the lack of care, what great disturbances it can cause in future. Today's neural science, neurological science and brain science is coming up with. So that is where the Bhagavad Gita is pointing out. In our day-to-day life, focus on how we can live today fully by doing what is best for us and what comes best to us, and what is the work that we need to do in our day-to-day life. Swabhavaniyatam karma kurvan apnoti kilbisham. So what happens? Kilbisham happens. Kilbisha is, my mind has become pure and free of all sins. Shreyan prashasya taraha swadharmaha swadharmaha vigunaha api ati iti api shabdaha drashtavyaha paradharmat su anushtitat swabhavaniyatam swabhavena niyatam yat uktam swabhavajam iti tat eva uktam swabhavaniyatam iti yatha विषजातस्य इव कृमेः विषं न दोषकरं तथा स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन् न आपनोति किल्बिषं पापम्. So a worm or a snake which is poisonous, that poison does not affect the snake. In the same way, if we have some swabhava in us, if we have a natural instinct towards something, whatever that action may be, it can be the action of a butcher also. It can be the action of a thief also sometimes. Nothing, no job is wrong. Everything has a place in society. In the thief also there is life. In the butcher also there is life. In what it is not to follow all these actions. In the traditional society, all these people who are not doing the right actions will be shunned. They will not be part of mainstream society. They have to do what they want to do in forests, and the bandits and others who live in forests, they have to live their life. If they are not shunned, or they are not, if they are caught In mainstream, then they are put in jail. All kinds, very interesting kinds of punishments are there. Even the time of Rajaraja Chola, when we read this novels like Punniyin Selvan, the kind of jail, the dungeons and the kind of jails that were there in those days. So the king was responsible for seeing to it that all the subjects were doing the right kind of work in society. Shreyan prashasyata swabhavajam iti. When I do what comes naturally to me, what is very beautiful, what is very natural, depending on the qualities that I have, then the work that I do will not. Today, everybody is affected by stress. Everybody is affected with a disturbed mind. Many people are affected with depression because of the kind of work politics and the work issues that we have. Why? It is because we are not doing work that comes naturally to us. Even in Ayurveda, besides all the conditions for health, the work that is done for 8 hours in the day, on the day-to-day work that we do, should also be something that is in tune with our swadharma, in tune with our qualities, is mentioned. Otherwise, it can affect our health, it can affect our peace of mind, it can affect our livelihood, it can affect our role in life, our goals in life, all that can be affected. यथा विषयजातस्य इव कृमेः विषं न दोषकरं तथा स्वभावनियतं कर्म कुर्वन् न आपनोति किल्बिषम्. Just as the venom is not poisonous to the snake, it can be poisonous for others, but not for the snake. So in the same way, when we do the actions that is in tune with our swabhava, in tune with our basic qualities, then that action will sit lightly on us. It will not trouble us. Swabhavaniyatam karma kurvanaha vishajata iva krimihi kilbisham na apnoti iti uktam paradharmaha cha bhayavaha iti anatmagnaha cha nahi kaschit kshanamapi akarma krita tishtati iti ata. So a person who does not realize the self will not stay for a moment without doing action. He will do action. So what is the right kind of action that can bring peace of mind? Is to follow one's swabhava. So we will see from 48th verse tomorrow, and we will see by May 7th this will conclude. But on May 3 and May 4, I may not be here to take these classes. I'm participating in the Chinmaya Amrita Yatra in Puducherry. So we will begin from May 5th when I come back. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya, Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Boli Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Har Har Mahadeva. Hari Om.